The topic today is I want to understand different learning behaviours. Now, obviously, if your child was born with a little label on its foot saying this is a visual learner, it would make life a whole lot simpler for you. But I want to tell you a bit how I think about this, because different learning styles evolve in a child. And when children are at birth, in the first 6 months, they make every sound they need to make to speak any language in the world, which is quite phenomenal when you think about it. And as we grow and develop, we refine the sounds according to the sounds we're hearing around us, so that we develop our native language or our first language. Now, I believe from my own experience that this is the same with learning styles. And the way I like to think about it, yes, there are some children who are visual learners, and yes, there are children who are auditory learners and kinesthetic learners. But I don't know if enough research has been done in this area yet to determine whether those are individual to the child or individual to different phases of childhood. Because we get some children who fidget a lot, and they're the kinesthetic learners who need to be on the floor with great big pieces of paper and doing activities very physically. We get children who kind of mumble to themselves and they're constantly repeating what's being said to them, and that is the auditory learner who's trying to commit to memory what's being said or trying to process it in a language way. And the visual learner who loves pictures, who loves colours, who gets distracted, and that person you need to teach with pictures. Now, if we're not going to compromise the children or undermine their opportunities, then I like to use a holistic approach. And I use games, I use visual materials, I use auditory materials, and kinesthetic movement, because all these things fit together to help a child develop in their learning. And I just want to read a few things to you, just to give you some examples. Here's one on multiple intelligences. Linguistic intelligence, commonly found in novelists, poets, copywriters, scriptwriters, orators, political leaders, publicists. Now, at primary stage, yes, you do have the occasional child who stands out from the rest as a great speaker. You can say he's going to be Prime Minister one day. But a lot of the children are still finding their feet. They're still finding out who they are. They're still finding out what they can do. And I wouldn't restrict what you do with your child to any particular method. And I'm always saying to the children, you have to try everything. When you're in the first 10, 12 years of life, you should be trying everything, every food, every opportunity you get, try new things, because they don't know yet what it is going to be their thing, their passion, their thing to grow and develop and contribute to the world. So this is an example here, and tomorrow the topic is I want to help my children feel better and enjoy learning, so we can carry this on tomorrow as well. The likely traits in someone with strong linguistic intelligence, they're sensitive to patterns. So if you have a child who's sensitive to patterns, tell them stories. If they're orderly, they like things orderly. Sometimes children would open my pencil case and have to order all the pencils. They put them from long to short, or they'd put them in colour order. And if they're orderly children, then give them activities like play memory games or sequencing games with them. There's some wonderful memory games on the market, and when I go to clients, I'm always taking games with me. If they're systematic, again, play games with them. Ability to reason. When you're reading stories, talk to them about what's happening and why it might be happening and what they think the reason is the person in the story did this. So you can enhance your child's reading. Have I got a one? My reading booklet that's available does use all approaches in the activities in there. So if you want to get a cracking start with a 5 to 7 year old, then you can download that PDF, which has got all the activities that I use with children to promote good reading. If they like to write, keep a diary. I used to give children a scrapbook in the summer holidays and tell them when they go on holidays to ask the parents, they love this, can you give them a budget? So, for the holiday. So for 6 weeks, they've got £20 to do this project, which is a scrapbook of where they've been. So they collect brochures, they collect different sweet wrappers from countries they might go to. I mean, it might be difficult this year, but even if you go to a different town in the same country, what do they notice that stands out to them? So if they like word games, do word puzzles. I'm not mad keen on word searches. I can't really see the purpose of them. I'm sure somebody one day will tell me what they're for, but memory games, all of these activities strengthen those learning skills for your child, and you really won't have to worry too much about the lockdown and the effect it's having on their education. It will help their mental health to play games, to read stories, to do activities like this, and to get out into the fresh air. And I'll help you with more activities, more suggestions for different learning styles tomorrow at 9 o'clock. What did I say? I want to help my children feel better and enjoy learning. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. I'll put the links again below if you want my book, which has more activities in it, or the PDF, which I've just released about helping children to be brilliant readers. And see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.